Hello everyone, this is Mr. Sanjay Kuwar. I once again welcome you all for learning 7th standard history subject. Dear friends, now we are going to learn lesson number 2nd, India before the times of Shivaji Maharaj. So let's begin it with its introduction. Dear friends, we know that Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj is considered as one of the greatest rulers in the world. Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj struggled very hard with his enemies and he established Swaraj in the different parts of our country. Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj was born on 19 February 1630. He died on 3rd April 1680. This was his period. But there were various ruling powers existed before him. Before the period of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj, there were various ruling powers ruling the different part of our country. So now in this lesson, we are going to take the information about such a different ruling powers as well as the different dynasties who ruled the different part of our country. So dear students, let's begin here to take the information about such all the different dynasties. Dynasties means the family of rulers who rule for long period. So the first important family which was seen in the Bengal region was Pearl Dynasty. Pearl Dynasty was a very famous dynasty in the Bengal region. The next one was Gurjar and Pratihar. This Gurjar and Pratihar power was spread from Andhra, Kaling, Vidarbha to West Kathiawar, Kannauj and Gujarat. The next important dynasty was that of Gahadwal and Parmar. This Gahadwal and Parmar dynasty was seen in the northern part of our country. Next important dynasty is the Jawan Dynasty. Prithviraj Chauhan was from this Jawan dynasty. He was a very valiant, means very courageous king of this dynasty. Prithviraj Chauhan defeated Muhammad Ghori in the first battle at Tarai. But unfortunately, Prithviraj Chauhan was defeated by Muhammad Ghori in the second battle at Tarai. Another important dynasty is Chola Dynasty. This Chola Dynasty was emerged in Tamil Nadu region. Rajraj I and Rajendra I were the eminent rulers from this Chola Dynasty. They conquered the Maldives Island and Sri Lanka with the help of their naval strength. Next important dynasty is Hoysal Dynasty. King Vishnuvardhan was from Hoysal Dynasty. Another important dynasty which was seen in the Maharashtra is called Rashtrakuta Dynasty. Govind III from Rashtrakuta Dynasty was an important ruler. He spread the power of Rashtrakuta Dynasty from Kannauj up to Rameshwar. Krishna III, another important ruler from this Rashtrakuta Dynasty, also expanded the Rashtrakuta power up to Allahabad. Dear friends, the next important dynasty which was emerged in the western Maharashtra was that of Shivaji Dynasty. There were three branches of this Siddhar Dynasty. The first branch of this Siddhar Dynasty was ruling at Thane and Raigad region. The second was ruling over the southern part of the Konkan. And the third branch of this Siddhar Dynasty was ruling over the present day Kolhapur, Sangli, Satara and Bedgaon district. The last prosperous power before the period of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj was that of Yadavas. And Bhilam V was the eminent ruler from this Yadav Dynasty. He made Devgiri, which is near Aurangabad, he made Devgiri the capital of this Yadav Dynasty. He extended the Yadav rule beyond Krishna river. This is considered as the golden period of Marathi language and literature. During this period only, Mahanubav Panth and Warkari movement was emerged. Now dear friends, let us move on to the next point, that is invasions from northwest. Dear students, we learned that there were the local dynasties ruling in the different part of our country. For example, Yadav Dynasty, Rashtrakuta Dynasty were the local dynasties ruling over the part of Maharashtra. But the foreigners from northwest, they attacked our different part of the country and they conquered such a different areas and they established their own rule. For example, the Arab rulers turned towards India and they started to conquer the different part of our country and they established their rule. Muhammad bin Qasim was the Arab general. He attacked the Sindh province in the 8th century. King Tahir opposed him with his power, but at last King Tahir was defeated by Muhammad bin Qasim. In this way, the Arab first time came in contact with India. After the Arabs, the others like the Turks, the Afghanistans and Mughals came in contact with the Indians. They also attacked India and they established their power. In the 11th century, the Turks attacked India. Sultan Mahmud of Ghazni invaded many times India. Actually, he plundered the rich temples at Mathura, Vrindavan, Kannauj and Somnath. And he carried along with him the huge amount of wealth in his country. Dear friends, now let us get information about the kingdom of Vijayanagar. There were many revolts against the central power of Delhi. Muhammad bin Tughlaq was the ruler at Delhi Sultanate. During his rule, there were many revolts. There was instability in the governance. And Harihar and Bukka were the eminent sardars in the service of the Delhi Sultanate. They took the advantage of such an instability of the governance and they established the kingdom of Vijayanagar in 1336. Harihar was the first king of the Vijayanagar kingdom. He made Hampi the capital of his kingdom. After him, his brother Bukka became the king of this Vijayanagar kingdom. Next, Krishna was another important ruler from this Vijayanagar kingdom. He became the king in 1509. He conquered Vijayawada and Raj Mahendri. He also defeated the armies of the Sultan who united under the leadership of Mahmud Shah. He also extended the power of this Vijayanagar kingdom from Cuttack to Goa, Raichur to Indian Ocean. But at last he died in 1530. Krishna was a scholar. He wrote Amukta Mallada in Telugu language. During his rule only Hazara temple and Vitthal temple was built in Vijayanagar. Dear friends, the decline of the Vijayanagar kingdom began with the death of Krishna. There was the battle between Adil Shahi, Nizam Shahi, Qutub Shahi and Barid Shahi on one side and Vijayanagar on the other side. In this battle, the kingdom of Vijayanagar was defeated. Now, let's get information about the Bahamani Kingdom. During the rule of Muhammad bin Tughlaq, some Sardars went against him in the Deccan region. Hassan Gangu was the leader of such a Sardars. So he took the advantage of such a revolts and the instability in the governance and he founded a new kingdom which is called as the Bahamani Kingdom in 1347. Hassan Gangu became the first sultan of this Bahamani Kingdom. He made Gulbarga the capital of his kingdom. The next important king of this Bahamani Kingdom was Mahmud Gawan. He was the chief wazir of Bahamani Kingdom. He was a good administrator. He strengthened the Bahamani Kingdom. He introduced many reforms in his kingdom. He also started the practice of paying the soldiers in cash. He brought many reforms in the land revenue system. He also opened madrasa for the Persian and Arabic study. After his death, factionalism increased among the Sardar. There was also the conflict with the Vijayanagar kingdom. It had an adverse effect on Bahamani Kingdom. The provincial governor also began to act independently. So, this all led into the disintegration of this Bahamani Kingdom into 5 small powers, and they were Imad Shahi of Warad, Barid Shahi of Bidar, Adil Shahi of Bijapur, Nizam Shahi of Ahmednagar and Qutub Shahi of Golconda.